Yo, what up, guys? It's Nick. It's your boy. We're back at it again at the Fresh Fix podcast. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. All right, guys. You know, it's community. No, it's not rather community, but it's rather career and engagement day. All right. And I got a nice guest today. We have, I'm pretty sure most of you guys might know them from campus, especially you guys who actually go to UJ, but apparently they go by different names, you know. It's just fanang sina man tara umuntu yabona just lo Tapsing Sponseni Javulo as a collective. So I'm joined by an organization known as Abeilles. Abeilles, and I'm gonna give my guests the privilege, you know, to introduce themselves so that you guys can know who we're talking about. All right. So we're gonna start from my left. Let's go.
Right. My name is Success Magama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a postgraduate student at DFC. I study management services, and I'm also a former chairperson at Abeilles Day House.
Former chairperson, eh? You hear that, huh? You hear that? All right.
I'm Sibulele Pula, former student at the University of Johannesburg. I was doing management services, and I was also a chairperson at the Abeilles Day House for 2 years. Yeah,
Hey man, we are joined by high prestige. I'm telling you, man, these are people with high seats or who had high seats, and not only that, these are alumni and all that. All right, let's go.
This is your boy Vumsta J.R. Kumalo, or academically or at school known as Vumani Kumalo, but like everyone knows me as Vumsta. I'm currently studying at UJ, DFC. I'm doing my first year in sports administration.
Number one. Nah, that's fantastic. Let's give a round of applause for that. All right, you see, we balance the dynamics. Oh, and we also have a current chairperson, goes by the name of Pani. Making sure that the guests are comfortable and all that. But I mean, that's what is expected of a chairperson. You know, you gotta make sure that your members are, you know, they're comfortable with it. Yeah, all right. You know, I'm intrigued. I'm keen because I myself was once, I won't say officially part of Abeilles, but I was there, man. At least I saw the house. You know, you saw the dorm. Like, Abeilles. I saw the sign and everything. But yeah, man, due to a whole lot of situations, you know, I had to face with back then, I couldn't have the luxury of the time to actually be there. So, all right, tell us, guys, like, what's Abeilles about? And, you know, your mission statement and why does it even exist?
Yo, man, Abeilles, bro, it's so broad in a way that even I myself understood it perfectly when I was no longer part of the committee. Because when I was still within the committee, everything was busy, so one couldn't understand what was happening. But as long as we had that thing of we going forward, then that kept us going. But Abeilles, it's a whole community, bro, and it caters especially for students who stay outside of your res, the institutions that belong to res. So, it caters for those institutions that are private, and those students don't get to experience everything that happens at UJ. So now there's Abeilles Day House, which caters for you guys which stay at private institutions. So it gives you the whole experience that you don't get to experience as compared to those students who stay at the on-campus races. So, bro, it's a whole community. It does a lot of things. Community engagement, does sports, of which a lot of races outside of UJ don't offer those things. They just offer you the roof over your head, and that's it. There's no much going on in terms of keeping you guys active outside of your academics.
Okay.
You get. So yeah, I'll let Success also continue elaborating from that.
But from what you said, one might think that it's like an embassy for UJ, you know. But for students outside campus,
not even bra. Yeah. It's one thing I like about it. It accommodates everyone. It accommodates everyone in terms of whether you are a senior student, whether you are an undergrad or postgrad. It accommodates you, because at the on campus races, it mostly accommodates the UJ culture mostly accommodates your undergrads.
Right.
So once you're in postgrad, you are no longer accommodated that much. So in a day house, you stay at Nano, for example. you're doing your postgrad, but you get to belong and still experience everything that is being experienced by students who stay on the residents that are on campus.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you a much broader experience in terms of your varsity life. Because you get to meet first years when you're doing your PhD. So you get to engage with those people and get to at least have an impact on them, a different kind of impact in terms of, no, there's more to UJ than the Stones life, for example, the Bram life, for example. There's more to it, bro. There's a lot of things that one can experience at UJ, bro. It's a lot of things. Yeah, as I said, I'll just let Success elaborate further on that.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, just to mention what Abeilles Day House is. Firstly, the name Abeilles is a French word that means bees.
Yeah.
So it's just a beehive, a community like Spulele mentioned. And it actually prepares you also for varsity life, especially if you're an undergrad student, because then you get to experience, how it's like being in varsity. Outside academics, because like you said that we do have like cultural activities. I think we're best known for Siri, like your sing around competitions, the festive seminars. Those are some of the activities that take place within UJ.
Okay.
Sporting codes, chairs. I could just name a few, but those are some of the activities that you get to experience as a member of Abeilles Day House. Community engagement as well. It's quite key, because those are the things that also you can also put on your CV to say that I've once participated as a community engagement member at Abeilles Day House.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, definitely, and you obviously get to meet people while you're serving.
Just kidding.
It depends.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's possible.
We do have proactive members that would probably hook you up with famous people, depending on what initiative you're doing. So you can maybe meet someone, famous. What's this? The mayor of the city. You can get to meet the mayor of the city when you have a project related to the city of Johannesburg, for instance, maybe a theme, the streets or whatsoever.
Yeah, man, that's an honor and privilege, you know?
Yeah. So those are the programs that are part of the UJ community. And Abeilles Day House then just becomes that bridge, for external students that are not within UJ residences to kind of be part of what UJ does at their residences without having them living within a UJ residence.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. That's dope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guest house was like, And I never thought of Abeilles that way. I mean, you mentioned that there's honey, so it's a beehive, so there's gotta be honey, What do you
also?
Yeah. So what I want to know is when was it actually like established? Did you guys also like found it here, or?
I can say we all found it here, bro, and the people that we that introduced us to it also can't give us the exact year whereby Abeilles started. We also found it here, and it's so conforming when you're in a place whereby you're accommodated easily.
Yeah.
As compared to, let's say, you stay at an external res. When you stay in an external res, you just go to campus, come back, sleep, cook, study, and then that's it. Most external reses don't offer that bridge to make students to divulge with varsity things and experience the whole varsity life holistically. So we found it here, and when a person feels like they belong to a place, it's easy for that person to reproduce, and us reproducing, it's us recruiting members and making sure that this community grows. It grows from strength to strength every year. So we found it here, bruh. I can't say the exact year. I'd be lying.
Sure, it was there during the times of Fun Week.
I think I can give a bit of history there.
A bit of history, please take us through.
Before we were known as Abeilles Day House, we were known as Basetsana Ladies Residence. I think around 2009.
Yeah.
That's when we then changed and became Abeilles Day House. But we found it there at that time when we became members.
Yeah, that's fantastic stuff, man. I mean, the history, man, is rich. I mean, before you even know where you're heading as an organization, you gotta know where you come from, and where you started. You know, I mean, find out within your like students or typical people. You know, if you wanna know where you're heading, you gotta know your past. You gotta know where you come from and all that,
and own that past also.
Yeah, you gotta own it, man. You gotta fully acknowledge it. I mean, all the good and the bad parts of our organization and all that. So, how's your organization structured? Like, I wanna know with the community. Like, take us through as to, who's the highest in the hierarchy to, the common or the new entries. What do you call them? Hey.
The new recruits.
Yeah, recruits. Yeah, the new recruits.
What was the name that we usually give them?
What, the new recruits?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. It's bumblebees.
Yeah, guys, it's a face-off between former chairs.
So, starting from the top, we have our house warden, who's basically in charge of the leadership of the house. Alright, so we are basically... So, it's basically like a parent of the house, house warden. Yeah, and then following our house warden would be our HKs, or now they are referred to as HCs, which is our house committee members. So we have our chairperson, we have our secretary, our treasurer, we have our sports coordinator, we have what's this? Deputy chairperson. Hey. Yeah. And the social welfare officer. So I don't know if maybe you want me to mention. Yeah, so obviously the chairperson is in charge of the house. They are the one who make sure that the members are all taken care of. They are the one who serve us, as the beehives or members of the hive.
So they're basically the queen of the hive.
Yeah, whether male or female, they're still the queen of the hive. And then our deputy chairperson would be more inclined in your academic stuff. So they work together with the RAAs. Our RAAs are our resident academic advisors. So those the people that help the first years with not first years precisely, but mostly first years are the ones that get the support, like the academic support that they need.
Make sure that
just to
to
acclimatize into the university environment. Linking them with other members that are doing the very same course, probably like seniors, so that they could tutor them and so forth. They could even also organize like classes for them, or schedule time where they could come into the day house and utilize, the study area for their studies. So the deputy chairperson will be then in charge of will work hand in hand with the RAAs, and then we have your secretary who would work closely with the community engagement office. Obviously, though, they are in charge of administration of what happens within the day house, but they would be mostly inclined in your community engagement initiatives. So they would work closely with Pastor Andy and obviously the rest of the members in terms of what needs to happen in terms of community engagement. Okay. Your social welfare officer, it's your social staff, party. Chilasi. But when we talk about social things, I think most of the time that's what we have in our minds. But it's not only limited to that, because the social welfare officer would liaise with people like Iowa.
Iowa, what's that?
Iowa, it's the Institute of Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see. The guys insisted soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Oh, so, yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah. They also work with psych ed. Maybe if students do have issues. I think when we talk about psych ed, we have this bad stigma about psych ed, but it's not just per se, psychologically, but you might find that you're not coping with your academics because it's just a new space for you.
True.
So we'd invite such people that talk about maybe study skills, how to prepare for examinations, how to tackle questions and so forth. So that will be the responsibility of the social welfare officer. And then we'd have your treasurer, obviously, yeah. And
make sure there's no corruption.
Yeah. So our treasurer then would handle our financial affairs, come up with initiatives on how we could raise funds. It's money related stuff. And I think I've covered all the portfolio, or sports, arts and culture. Yeah, obviously, your sports, chess, Siri, the Sing It Out competition. Hey, I can't wait to talk about that. Yeah. But I think, I'll allow maybe Spule to share that about that later. But yeah, that's basically how Abeilles is structured. And one thing that we've added that's different from other residences, which is your bumblebees. Your bumblebees it's like a committee of first year recruits. They would work hand in hand with the HKs. It's another way of succession planning, to make sure that we do get people who will be part of the leadership, and they would be part of the leadership through bumblebees, and they help with organizing. They help with if maybe we have a social event, for instance, at the day house, they will come in and help us to prepare the venue, refreshments, whatever that needs to be done. They will be there to assist us. So they actually get a feel of how it's like to be part of the organizing team, for instance. So it also prepares you to be part of the leadership as well. I think because that's where I came from, actually. When I went to Bumblebee. Yeah, I was once a Bumblebee. I was actually the chairperson of the Bumblebees. It consists of 3 portfolios: the chairperson, the secretary, and I think the treasurer as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that's where I also then got to understand what the day house is all about, and became part of the leadership the following year.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's a nice thing. Yeah, man. Vumsta. You've been quiet. I want to know. So from what your former chairpersons have said, and they've elaborated or what, do you think that with the way you found Abeilles right now, those visions and statements are established? They're there. I mean, you're a bumblebee.
Apparently, that's what they say. So I've been there a couple of times. We haven't really started engaging that much, but I've been there. And it's nice. I have a good feeling about it. Like, it's a nice initiative, and I'm willing to be part of it. And the chairperson.
I don't know. I'll back you up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take his space one day. I'm coming.
Boy, your success. It's telling you, means it's success. So
it's a nice initiative, and I really enjoy being part of it. Yeah, I think we're going far.
Yeah, and the honey is sweet, no?
Sweet.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, let's hear from the current chairperson, actually. We want to know, okay, for instance, it's nice. We actually have a perfect time frame, from 2019 up until 2022. So what I want to know is precisely with the whole, phasing back of students back to campus, I'm pretty sure you guys are excited this time that, okay, now you can actually engage on a whole lot of things, because I'm pretty sure the other former chairpersons can attest to the fact that when it was during lockdown regulations, it wasn't as easy to actually get people to be engaging and stuff. So what I want to know for you currently is how is it phasing in people? Okay, from the people who are actually bumblebees last year, and how are they finding it this year? And what I want to know from the former chairperson is, how difficult it was, to actually run the Abeilles organization during COVID restrictions and all that. Take us through, please.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm Bani Zulu, a regular by now. I am the current chairperson of Abeilles Day House 2022, and so for me, it's I'm taking it. It's very hard because we are more redefining Abeilles Day House this year, because we've had a whole 2 years of COVID and we did nothing. Basically, for the past 2 years, it was a matter of trying to mix online, because Abeilles, we need to be there. We need to be on the ground. We can't do it online. So this year, it's more of we are redefining Abeilles. We're still trying to prove ourselves. Oh, hey, we're back. Hey, we are Abeilles. Yeah. I remember just a week ago, I was with other girls. And they were like, oh, Abeilles still exists. It looks like a ghost house. And I was like,
but you can't blame them. That's what I heard at first. That's what I thought, because it's hardly open, literally.
It's always open. You never check.
Maybe we don't know which door to answer.
We'll probably request for a door on the other side.
I
think we need to, So those girls were like, it looks like a ghost house. I'm like, hello, I'm the chairperson of that ghost house. Yeah, well, so it's very hard because we're still trying to redefine. We're trying to bring back the spark of your 2018, of your 2019. 2020 was a bit off because I think that's why I stayed. I stayed because of the 3 months I got from Abeilles. And yeah, I'm still here.
Still nice. Yeah. All right. So it seems like, it's your fair, challenges that are going to come. But I'm pretty sure, with time, with exposure, people are going to get in there. I mean, I'm pretty sure the podcast will do their job for you. So yeah, and that. So for the former chairs, like, how was it, guys? Like, to actually like foster, because I know at some point you literally couldn't do anything in 2020. Like, you were just restricted, and then there was like easing of restrictions and regulations, and then like how did you phase, man? I'm pretty sure that must have hit a toll on the organization.
First of all, we were all not ready for that announcement from the president. So immediately when it hit, it was the thing of we were still recruiting members, because February and March are basically months whereby we used to recruit people from external races to join the day house. Right. So now the president is out here announcing in March that there's a national shutdown, and people already have joined, and they still have that excitement of okay, what's in store for us in terms of us
ready to kickstart the year.
So it was difficult, bro. It was difficult. So now we started thinking of ways whereby we can engage with students in terms of using the online platforms, having Teams meetings, for example. And it's difficult to engage with students. That's why Success said the fact that Bineda said that we need to be on the ground for things to happen at the day house, because you're dealing with introverts, people who lock themselves in their rooms and whatnot. So you're trying by all means to let the kid out in terms of them being introverts, but the kid inside them has to come out. So you have to be on the ground to take out that kid inside of those introverts. So it was tough.
But I mean, to some point, it must have been like, a safe haven for them. I mean, it was just like, lockdown regulations.
Exactly.
I don't have to do much.
Because you send messages on the group, and then, okay.
just
miles. And then, WhatsApp. WhatsApp will expose you. Just go there and see who read the message, and, okay. Almost everyone in the house saw this message, but it's like, okay, only like a handful of people who replied.
I'm so guilty right now.
Oh, you're one of them.
I'm so guilty.
So it's like, so it's like a handful of people who replied, and we're like, but guys, I'm trying here. It's like we are trying here as the committee. We're trying to make this transition of transitioning to the online space to be easier. So now, it became difficult when students really needed help now, because we promised them that, okay, we'll offer you guys some academic assistance. Mm-hmm. So now it's exam time. May and October university. Those are your hectic months.
It's really hectic. Huh?
May and October, those are your hectic months. So now people they are blowing up your phone, bro, in terms of, hey, you promised us. Keep that promise. Live up to it. I'm like, hey, but guys, I've been trying to reach out. I've been sending out links in terms of attend this session. Let's talk about this and whatnot. And I think what also made it easy is the kind of leadership that I was with.
Oh yeah.
In terms of the bouncing off ideas around each other. Okay, guys, why can't we have weekly topics or weekly giveaways in terms of we speaking about something, and then the person who was engaging more with us, we give that person a reward. Or recognize that person within the house. So we had to dig deeper. We had to dig deep in terms of like making sure that people stay in terms of maintaining the loyalty to the day house.
Yeah,
because it's different from your races which are on campus. Students are there 24/7. So you can simply ring an alarm at a campus race and say, okay, everyone report to common room, for example.
Yeah.
Everyone is there. And then when everyone is there, you just say, okay, all the first years, please remain behind. Everyone now, you can go to your rooms. But at the day house, you can't ring a bell and say, hey guys, there's a fire. Let's all report to somewhere. So yeah, we had to dig deep, and we tried as much as in terms of UJ has like 7 day houses, and we are the only day house that has a lot of members in terms of membership. I hope Manila maintains that.
Yo, that's
because we broke records, bruh. 2019.
Am I maintaining it?
We broke records, bruh. Because usually a day house would have like 60 people or 70, but not more than 80. But when we came into the committee, things changed. We were able to recruit people more than 150 people, and to the people who are supposed to give us money, it's like Abeilles. So now we're supposed to increase the budgets now for this day house.
We touched on a very nice topic, which brings me to my next question. I'm pretty sure, like with these organizations, all right, since they are within campus and they are for UJ, right? Of course, every organization needs some form of capital to survive.
Yeah.
So take us through the capital. I mean, so what happens? What happens? Like maybe they give you a certain annual stipend and then you use it whatever you see, however you fit, however you see fit.
They give you a yearly budget.
Yeah.
And you guys have to work your way around that budget.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for academics, you budgeting 10 rand, for example.
All right.
Okay, and then for social, you must budget 100 rand there.
Obvious.
So now that's 110 rands. Okay, you go to sports. You need soccer kits, you need soccer balls, you need everything.
Mm.
Okay, let's budget 70 rands for that. And then you give them a breakdown of what you need and the budget. But the budget that they will give you, it will be determined by the number of members that you have. Let's say, for example, you have 60 members, and then they say, no, for 60 members, we'll give you 70 rand. That's it. You get. And then for 100 members or more, we can go to 100 rand and more. Also.
100 rand and more.
Actually,
I love how he's smart about not actually giving us the real figures, you know? Just using examples. Yeah, but the math is pretty self-explanatory, man. Yeah, that's dope. So with what happened to your 2020 project? Like the fact that there was lockdown. Had you already sent like a budget plan, and then it was supposed to be approved, and then by the time you're supposed to do fine,
we sent budgets, and budgets were approved. Yeah, in 2020 they were approved. Everything was in place until those people who went to France or where they came back with COVID. Those until those people actually. And then what happens to that budget is a day house relies mostly on things that are happening on the ground.
On the ground, yeah.
So for us, let's say to go ice skating, we need money. And when a country is on level 5, you can't go ice skating. So where does that money go to? It goes back to where? It goes back to sender.
Oh,
you get.
Okay.
So now you're only relying on what? On academic stuff in terms of, okay, we need stationery here and there. And then also, you are also on lockdown. What are you doing with the stationery? You get. So also that budget, it goes back to the sender. So hence we always encourage students, guys, the budget that they give us, it's yours. Make sure that, you exhaust it fully. You have to make sure that you exhaust it fully. Because you have to request for it, sign forms and everything. And after an event, you also have to send forms to say, okay, this is the change this 7 rand is the change that we have from that 100 rand that you gave us and whatnot. Here are the forms, here are the slips and everything. And what we used to do back then is when we're sending that form of saying, okay, here is the change in the slips. We also send another form to say, okay, 1 more 100 rand for this. So as they're approving this to say, okay, it balances, the maths balances, okay, they also want more money. So you don't give them a chance to say, okay, you requested the funds late. Wait a minute. That topic is not yet started, because the year goes on pretty fast, bruh. Yeah, and a lot of events are coming at a snap of a finger. Mm. So you have to make sure that you exhaust that budget fully. If it means decorating the day house, decorate it, chief.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this is typical. It's the same as actually asking for money from your folks, Parents to be like, how much the pass? You sprint. Like, you're not giving them a second, that minute to actually be like, as in, actually, it's on second thought. You don't want that. But are you over there? And you even keep the change. You see, that's the problem in that point. But I'm guessing in this point, you can't keep the change. You see, I'm guessing. Okay, what I want to know is, you say Abeilles, is focused on assisting students from external accommodation. So what I wanted to know is, have you guys collaborated with accommodations to actually go out there and be like, look, this is Abeilles, this is what we do and all that. We looked at your accommodation and we see this is, you like this and that, and we can actually cover it for that. Allow us to come in, allow us to phase some of our members into your accommodations and let us ensure that we're creating an environment, that's actually conducive for students. Thoughts?
Shout out to Bunny, because I think us being here, it's her initiative.
Yeah.
It's something that we've never done before. What we usually did is that recruitments were done at external residences. We just go door to door, telling people what Abeilles is about, and getting those members. I think that's when we were able to reach that 100 plus membership in 2019.
All right.
Yeah, but in terms of partnering with them, having progressive initiatives, if I could put it that way, it's something that has not been done before. But like I said, shout out to you for that, Vanele, because I think this is a stepping stone, especially when we're coming from an era where we didn't get to engage, socially for quite a long time as students. This is a great way to start a new era of after COVID-19, as Abeilles Day House.
Yeah, shout out to the current chairperson, huh? All right. Yeah, you're putting in a call for women, huh? Leading women out there. Yeah. One for the team. Yeah. It's gotta be like that, You gotta push for girls. Yeah, man. The initiative is pretty dope, and I'm pretty sure if you guys can actually get a platform whereby you can get your message out there. Imagine if you by just simply doing door to door. I imagine if you can actually reach 25 accommodations in less than a minute. Imagine I would do that for you, huh? Yeah. But take down details. I'm giving you tips, yeah. Just kidding. Yeah, so do you guys have merch, uniform, or do people there's a bunch of CVs? Why am I saying CVs? But there's talking casual clothes and all that. Or do you have, when you're going out, maybe for instance, community engagement vibes, and then you have keeping a score, and all that. Is that even in the budget? The match and all that.
Match. It's quite difficult when it comes to such.
Yeah.
It's not only the day house that has to find ways on getting our members wabo merchandise, because I'll make an example. Our sister res Pumlani.
All right.
Excuse me. So Pumlani, they would say maybe keep an 250, and then I know 250 man. But it is just an example. Yeah. But you keep it 350, uzothola maybe a hoodie, maybe niskipanyana, yabo ntwana ezinjalo. So the money would come from the members, and then they would go and get a supplier that would supply them with the merch, and then they would get that. So those are the kind of things that we do as HKs to get merchandise for our members. But obviously, HK one has a total uniform because it's inclusive within the budget. That they should get a keeper, and they'll decide if I want a blazer or whatever. So now we're
blazers.
Yeah. So we must look the part with your leadership. But yeah, that's just basically the concept behind the Indaba merchandise. It's an initiative that the HKs need to take, to engage their members to say, what do you want? How do you want to look like when we go out there? And then put your heads together, you agree on that, and then kisho imali yonke into iyathengwa.
Yonke into ifuna imali, ne? Funa imali ungasabi. At least abayihambisi ngama envelope yabona phansi kwetafula yabona. Yeah. So another thing I wanted to know is so your organization, you guys have been doing a whole lot. I'm pretty sure, even way before maybe some of y'all joined and all that. So what I want to know is was there some form of award that UJ host awards to actually notice the recognitions of these student bodies, that actually assist in recreational.
Yeah, man. I remember when we went for a camp, there was the showcase. I think maybe you can elaborate on that, because I never got to experience the showcase.
Yeah. With where we went to, because usually in a normal world where there's no COVID, before the HKs actually take their duties or proceed with their duties, they have to be sworn in. And for them, where they are sworn in, it says a place outside of UJ. So they go to a certain retreat, or they go to a lodge, for example.
It's not a cult.
No. So they go to that retreat for those number of days.
Yeah.
And then in that place where they get to be recognized. If Abeilles, for example, had in terms of looking at the perspective of day houses, Abeilles, for example, had the most number of members in terms of when 2020.
No, right?
It has a lot of members, more than all the day houses at UJ, all 7 of them. And we were considered to be a res. So that's on its own. It's a status on its own that all reses, including the ones in APK, whereby they are right next to a student center. They don't have the kind of numbers that we have. And as they always say, numbers don't lie. So that on its own, it's a recognition. But most awards, you get them by participating at the institution's activities
and all that. So you also even give your members, right, at the end of the year?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure like this has to be a term or some sort of credit point that you have that, all right, you've done this, you've done that, it amounted to...
We check against a certain criteria.
Oh, yeah. To make sure that they meet everything and then boom, we give you flowers.
Who joined us in October and award.
Yeah.
It's like one of those guys who just come in late, in the project, when you're about to submit and all that.
You find that we probably have a sing-out competition type, and we recruited one person for that, and you'd find that he was good, and he deserves an award. We wouldn't give you an award because you came in October.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's fair, man.
When we have members who've been here, who've been participating, it is equal to members who've been participating, your community engagements, your social whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain criteria we check against.
So that criterion, take us through that criterion. Just give us a glimpse. Because I'm pretty sure one of my listeners might be interested in joining Abeilles.
Your membership must be fully paid.
Of course, 75 rand membership.
Yes,
New membership is 75 rand, guys.
Membership is 75 rand. New membership is 75 rand, and the renewal is 30 rand.
Of course,
75 rand.
Oh, yes, we have some members who haven't paid, but it's fine.
Jani.
Yes.
Allowances are distributed.
Yes.
Postgrads don't get allowances.
Postgrad uncles, you should go. You guys are there for for guidance and be like, my fellow bumblebees, make sure that we survive.
Your membership must be fully paid.
You
must be an active member. You must participate in everything. Everything.
Every event that's there, you gotta be there.
You can miss at least one thing, but you must have a clear reason why you missed it. But you must participate. Just be a full-time member. Be hands-on.
Yeah.
We will consider you. On Saturday we had an internal UJ league. Yes, we had athletics for athletics people. So we jotted down people's names, people who played well, people who participated, and people who even supported. People who were not participating but supported.
Yeah.
And then we're just keeping track of those. And then we'll figure probably tune and we see that man. When you are consistent, we can do a thing or two for you.
Yeah.
Just to keep you motivated, and
So certificate, is it paper or are we talking about,
we will see.
The currency paper?
We'll see.
Money.
Can be anything. We will still discuss.
Yeah, the leadership will decide. And it's upon the leadership to decide what they want to incentivize their
So
members.
generally bumblebees, man, they have power. Bumblebees.
Take everything.
Tell them.
I'm going to take everything.
You want
know.
the currency.
I want everything. Currency, paper, trophy, medals, the gold.
Yeah, but you gotta make sure that the criterion is met.
I'm going to meet it. And
you gotta break records. Break records, guys. Do that. This initiative is pretty nice. I'm over here saying, damn, I missed out on a whole lot. Like, there was a point in time when I was back, everything was right for me and all that. But I never had that thing because I hardly passed that side of campus, So whenever I saw Abeilles, maybe I would really see it, after hours, after 5 and all that. You're over there like, nah, but I haven't seen them doing anything and all that. Do they still exist and all that? But hey, damn, that means I was missing out a whole lot. I would have been there like, yeah, guys, I'm the third chairperson and all that. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not complaining and all that. But yeah, man, this is really, really interesting. This initiative is nice, bro. So it's more than just the B side. Like literally.
That you guys don't know about.
Definitely.
Yeah. I just thought UJ was selling honeys. Like literally was just selling honey. Like give back to the community and all that, whatever returns they have, they're giving back to the community. Until I saw people and
people with the honeys.
Yeah, people with the honeys, Yeah. So what would you guys describe as a perfect Abeilles day? like the same. You describe this as a perfect Abeilles day.
I think. Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Because I've never. Mind you, I joined in 2020, right?
Yeah.
I'm the new generation, the COVID generation.
Yeah.
So I'll just describe my perfect day at Abeilles, and it was just perfect because I stayed at Abeilles till date. So my perfect day was when. Okay, I'm just gonna describe my perfect day.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So everyone was there.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, everyone was there, and there was food. Number one.
Hey, that's very important.
There's food and there's of course drinks and everyone. I'm a very social butterfly. I'm a social person. So when I see people, that's my happy place. Everyone was there and he was there. He recruited me in class. Bulele was there. So when we got there, we played a smallanyana game where we introducing ourselves. And it was just vibes, man. I was like, oh, I love these people. I don't even know them. Listen. And then we were introducing.
So you're playing Boma Truth there, ne?
No, it was before that.
No, it was an icebreaker.
Icebreaker.
games.
Where I had to say everyone's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was very nice for me. And it rained. We went in the house. A house. We have a house, by the way.
Yeah, that's
We went
nice.
in the house. That was
hall.
listen. Yes, our beehive.
Your
Right?
beehives
Yes.
are the beers for the honeys. Just kidding.
And then and we played more games. For me, it was just being around people, socializing with people, getting to see other people, man. Because I get tired. I always get your address. I'm tired from school and everything. I sleep. There's nothing new. Then when I got there, it's a lot of people and we're eating. Okay.
So it became more or less like your second or third home, ne?
Something like that.
That's nice. But did you win in the games though?
I was a bit of an introvert.
Also, in other words, she lost. She lost.
Sabukusho nje.
All right. So yeah, take us through success. You wanted to success in sports. Please take us through on what you guys would describe as a perfect day back then.
You wanna go first?
Like this question is giving me beautiful flashbacks, bro.
The honey.
The flashbacks are hitting me right now. City. Okay, a perfect day at Abeilles. Remember when we hosted those people from
Old versus new.
Yeah. Like, okay, you have your members coming in.
Mm-hmm.
No one is stressed about academics at that point.
Yeah.
Because, okay, we've dealt with that. If you need help, you can go there. If you need 1, 2, and 3, and 4 in terms of your assignments, you can go there. But now, okay, let's unwind, guys. This is a day to unwind.
Yeah.
Like those ones, those are my perfect days. Okay, everyone is there, number one. And they've brought the inner child in them, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And board games, food.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Food. And yeah, guys, our kitchen. Yeah.
Yes.
So everyone is there and there's no vibes. You know when they say vibes don't lie. And
yeah.
When the vibes are pure, bruh, in terms of you get there, you get accommodated, number one. You are an introvert and you find people who are willing to understand that, okay, you don't have to be too overboard when you're talking to this person. You don't have to be too down when you're talking to this person. Because with Manela, for example, I knew she was an extrovert. As much as she's saying she's an introvert. I knew she's an extrovert. Because how I approached her was different. Because I saw how she was talking to her friends. I was like, this one is all over the... And once I talk to her, it's going to be easy for the other ones. Young Chola to kind of melt into the space that they're being introduced in. I can speak about Plamid, for example. Plamid was an introvert, bruh.
Yeah.
Plamid was an introvert. And when everyone is there, so those kind of people now, they are mixing. And no one is sitting with their friend. Bruh, please sit with someone that you don't know so that you can engage fully.
Yeah, you actually got to put them out of their comfort zone, man.
Yeah. Engage, sit with someone that you don't know, engage fully. Board games, we play board games. And yeah, some people are so losers. And some people will rub the wins in your face.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a perfect day. And like the engagement that continues to happen. And we once had a day whereby we went to do a community engagement. That was also perfect. Oh my God. We did community engagement at Westin. And when we came back, it was a thing of, guys, okay, that's it. We've done community work. Okay, what about us? Let's do some work for us. And then we chilled, bro. We literally went to we started chilling at the day house. We chilled, enjoyed ourselves, bought food, played, like everything. I just love the fact that everyone becomes a kid when they're in that house. And in them becoming a kid, they are not disrespecting anyone because everyone is a kid. So we all understand because we are kids. So there's no point whereby you are stepping on one's toe or anything because we are all in the same energy. You get. After that, we went out also. Yeah, actually, as brothers,
guys, you listening? Look at that.
As brothers and sisters of the day house, we went out. When you go out, you know what happens.
Zash.
It's Kalangempela.
It's
Kalangempela. Yeah. So, and also like the kind of brotherhood or sisterhood that takes place in terms of when we're at different places.
Yeah.
We take care of each other. We take care of each other. Hey, bro, we came with smang. Let's look after that person, make sure that person is okay. That person has a seat, maybe if we're going to sit where we're going. That person has a seat. That person has to eat. Are they cold or whatnot? Do they have money to request back home? If we all don't have money, how many people stay at Nano? There's 6 people who stay at Nano. Okay, those 6 people accompany the one person who stays at Highlands, for example.
Oh, yeah.
So you drop that person off, you come back. All 6 of you come back to one rest. So that's
pretty fantastic.
Yeah. From in the morning till the evening, that would be
That's a perfect day.
Being
at Abeilles, huh?
Everyone is there, chief.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. All right, success on your time.
Yeah, I'll try to be short.
All right.
Because Willel has said pretty much what I wanted to say. But
taking all the credit.
I'm very too. But I think one thing I would point out from what he said is that a perfect day house is when it's just spontaneous. When just things, they just fall into place. You know, there are times where we're like, because we have and I want to mention this because UG students are listening. There's a green bench, guys, at the day house. That's our bench.
That's our bench.
And people, they take it, they put it there by the chest area or they move it towards Pumlani. Hey, that's our bench, guys.
Yeah, I've seen it move around, eh?
Yeah, it's not supposed to. It doesn't have wheels. That's our bench. So that's where we chill, you know. And
but you know about Taki Musa, we move everything.
Hey, very true. I was saying, she said the pants, the bench layer. The way, because we just come there and most of the time, maybe we just find that we're just chilling there outside and we're just waiting to go to class, or maybe we just came from class and all of a sudden plans that just come up, you know. We just take out the gazebo, you know, and then we just chill, sakazata. Things just happen. For me, that's a perfect day at the day house. You know, because not everything needs to be planned. Sometimes things that are planned, they don't happen at times, you know, as you want them to, because there are a lot of logistics that are involved, and it's sometimes it's discouraging some of the boundaries that you have to encounter. But when it's just spontaneous, things just happen, you know, at the time, and everyone just gets to enjoy because there were no expectations anyway. You know, whatever you get, you just become content with it because that's just how things happen. You can get flow. For me, that's a perfect day.
An ideal deal, you know. Oh man, the benefits like are way vast in Abeilles. And I see Vumsta is just over there like, yo man, how do I actually surpass all of this? Like, you know, he's over there like, all right, so they did this. Man, I gotta make sure I do more.
He better go with nama accolades, Nakon.
Hey, man.
Sinama accolades.
I'm ready.
You ready, bro?
Yes, sir.
You ready? You gotta be getting that there. So, okay, yeah. Like lastly, you just gotta be like, I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, you know, eventually everything has to come to an end. Yeah, but no. Before we get there, like, this is more like a personal question, alright? It's like a personal question. Like, I wanna know, like, what have you guys received, like, you know, positive feedback or, you know, criticism? Oh yeah, let's just put it out there. Have you received criticism, whether it be destructive or constructive criticism, you know, as to what you do from students or your, I wouldn't say competition, and also your other relatives from other campuses? You know, have you received, like, you know, have you been discriminated against? You know, have you had your fair share of discrimination? And on top of that, have you also had your fair share of people coming in and be like, hey man, look, guys, ever since I joined Abeilles, it has done 1, 2, 3 for me, and I am truly grateful for that. And I really hope that, you know, other people get to actually like feel and actually experience what I experienced, type of vibes.
Okay, in terms of the negative attributes I've observed so far this year, I'm speaking directly about this year.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We face a lot of, because we're the only day house, by the way, in DFC, while other campuses have 3, 4. So they are other campuses are well aware of day houses. They are there. For us, there's Abeilles, So we've faced a lot of, day house, what do you do? Having to explain ourselves, having to prove ourselves. We exist. We also like you, because we're more like your on-campus residences. So I've received some of that in meetings. Oh, day house. Oh, okay. Abeilles, on Saturday, we actually had the internal leagues, whatever. And we won, guys. We did very well, by the way. Yes, listen.
You proved it to the rich uncles.
So, when we were coming out, our gents were wearing green kits. Green kits, right? So, when we were going to another car, those girls are like, Kandi Abeilles, and I'm like, what do you think it is, honey? What do you
level of underestimation they have, right?
You understand? So there's a whole lot of that. Hence I'm saying we still have a long way to go, having to prove ourselves, having to show that, hello, we are Abeilles and we're here. So I've received a lot of those. And as a leader also, I've received a bit of, do you understand? And
is this critique from within the community?
Yes.
Wow.
And hence all the time I always have to go to both of them and be like, Spulele Success is not picking up his phone and I'm trying to call him. Go to him and say, I'm always calling you, why are you not picking up your phone? But I've received critics as also a leader. Now you are not doing this. Now we used to, because most of the people in good committee now are kind of older than me. So they'd be like, yes. Exactly.
So
it would be some
on
of
top
that.
of that. Yeah, well,
and also,
yeah, but I mean, when you chose this, I'm pretty sure you knew the challenges you were faced with, and actually, it makes the struggle. And actually, when you're like rubbing on people's faces when you actually succeed, to be like, just because I'm younger than you, and just because I'm a girl, does not necessarily mean I cannot do this job and way better. So the point that no one can replicate what I do. You see. So I mean, hey man, like, big ups, full in support, man. Like, if you understand, when sometimes you have a woman as a leader, man, you actually feel that warmth. That warmth in a particular organization. The only downfall is that when you all beef, you all beef. Seriously, yeah.
It gets real.
Those don't play. Yeah, success. Seems like you had something to say regarding the positive aspects, when it comes to people being like, Abeilles has done 1, 2, 3 for me.
I'd like to speak of one of our former members, actually. Who's doing so well. He was our chairperson in 2018, right, Douglas?
Sports.
Oh, it was sports. Yeah.
It was social. Yeah.
Exactly. He was one of our members at the day house, and what the day house does, he's actually replicating it out there. Like, he's hosting events and he's infusing what we used to do at the day house during his events. So
Shout out to Douglas, man.
Shout out to Douglas, yeah. He's known as just Doug. He's a DJ and an event organizer. He's worked with the late DJ Dimples.
Wow.
Yeah. And quite a number of people like Musero and so forth.
All right.
Even DJ Zidan, he's also worked closely with him. But what I wanted to talk about is the odd one out, which is what he does, where, it's a social vibe, not groove. No, it's a social vibe. When you go to Stones, you're going clubbing. But when you go to odd one out, you're going to enjoy groove and you're going to have the social aspect of it. So if you came late, more 6, more 7, or late, because you've actually missed out on half of what the event is all about. Because he's incorporated the social aspect of it. You have your board games there, obviously your beer pong, whatever activities that are involved there in the events, and he's also created this space where you can clearly identify people according to their statuses. Okay, lo unomuntu, ngadlali lapha. Lo akanamuntu. humble socialize.
Yeah.
You know, type of a thing. And I love that because I think groove has taken that element away. People don't get to socialize even if they are out. You know, you go out, but you don't get to socialize. So he has created that. And for me, that's a testament of a Abeilles student. You know, I think we need to put it out there that there are people who are making moves that came from Abeilles Day House. And for me, that's positive. That's positive feedback for me.
That's positive feedback enough. I mean, already, if your bumblebees, you know, that have actually turned out to become proper bees, some became queen bees type of vibes. And then, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's like, I'm pretty sure as you guys are former chairpersons, you know, this was like your baby. I mean, you are the queen of the current time, you know, at that time. And now you're seeing your offspring out there actually doing major things. And you're over there like, damn, I'm honored to be a part of that, you know, of the initial stages of building towards that something. And man, that's really dope, man. I don't want to lie, it was really dope. So, yeah, before we wrap it up, just tell us, what do you have in store this year for our students? Current chair. Queen Bee. Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah, Queen Bee.
Yeah, it all comes together. Yeah. Yes, I was definitely meant for this. So yeah. So this year we are planning on achieving on all our pillars. Number one,
pillars.
Yes. Oh, you guys didn't mention anything about pillars. Okay, so we have what we call pillars. It's a whole long story, but we have our social pillar, we have our leadership pillar, we have our academics, community engagement pillar. So by the end of this year, we're planning on achieving at least 3 of each with the budget we have. And we're planning on having more fun this year. We're planning on having more outdoor activities, more sports, more, and we're also planning on venturing in things that were never there at Abeilles. Like I just realized I was doing, when students were coming in, I realized that there's some parts that we are ignoring. Your arts. Yeah, we have your Vumstas who write scripts, and we didn't really focus on those. It was more of, sports, chess, or sharp.
Don't forget about the Rasta.
Your Rastas also, yes. Yeah, so yeah, we also planning on venturing on those this year, focusing on that side of it. Your rappers. Yeah, let's hear what they have in store for us. And also, we're planning on having an Abeilles Got Talent Day. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was not supposed to tell you guys, but yeah, we're planning on having that because we have a lot of talent this year.
That's amazing. Huh?
Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the things that we're planning to do. But just stay tuned. You guys stay tuned. Follow us on our social media platforms. You will see what we have in store for you. But yeah.
Amazing. So any last shout outs you want to say to your former guests or maybe future members and all that? So yeah.
Okay, for
giving
now,
you the platform, guys.
I will not say anything to the future leaders. Now we'll come back again, okay, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Will you invite us again at the end of the year just to
give us some of what happened?
Yes.
I dropped it on my calendar. You know.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So I would like to firstly thank our former leaders for coming. They never disappoint. I swear, they never disappoint. Thank you very much. I take them like man. They my manis because I literally all the time. Literally,
they carry the experiences on their faces.
All the everything. It comes with the pace also. Teasing me.
Yeah.
Yes. So these are my brothers for life. Because all the time, be it academics, it was more of academics with Smilele last year, everything. And then success, not really, because he was my 2-time professional level. I did not just come anytime. It was, but this year I'm coming back again. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for coming through and being here to just share your side of Abeilles.
Round of applause, guys, for yourselves. Like, come on, you know. Gotta keep it out there, you know.
Yeah, because I also got a lot of things from today that they were not telling me that it's fine. And also thank you to our fresher, our bumblebee, Our
Bumblebee.
next Ntonton. I don't allocate you, but he's our next
Yeah, he has to
Ntonton.
fight for the position.
Yeah, you have to work also.
He has to fight,
Yes,
prove himself with the
definitely.
position. Not everybody gets that. Eh?
Yeah. And then to the people at home, okay, they will speak just now. To the people at home, not at home, at res.
No, it is at home.
No,
No, it's not. Home is
accommodations and all
Abeilles. Sorry, home is Abeilles. Yeah, where you are is res. Home is Abeilles.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes. To everyone who's listening, from all that you've heard, I don't think there's anything more we need to sell to you guys. Our offices are always the house is always open. Not our offices. Our house is always open.
Yeah.
Just contact the right people. We will definitely be there. Membership fee is 75 rand for new members. Returning members is 30 rand. Yeah. I think that's just it.
Wow, that's fantastic. And that's all from your current chairperson, Queen Bunny.
I might have something more to say, but they can just go on.
Yeah, don't take the spotlight for them. I mean, they are legends when it comes to, the Abeilles platform. So, you got to give, the last rites to them so that people can be like, man, where's our former leaders? Yeah. Any last words, Jens?
I just want to say thank you for this platform where we get to share about Abeilles Day House.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have been despised for quite some time. I think Banele has shared a bit about that.
Yeah.
And this is a platform where now we get to bloom. It's a beginning, actually. It's not that we've really made it there, but it's just the beginning of what is yet to come. So thank you very much. Shout out to you, Nick.
No
Shout out to you, Bunny. And everyone else who came through, Buddha, Vumsta.
Yeah.
I think they're just pulling through, and just pulling through, to share about the Day House. It's for me, it means a lot, because I'm an ancestor now. So I'm watching.
An OG.
I'm an OG, and I'm watching, and I'm seeing it. Okay, it's growing. It's getting where it's supposed to be. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. What about you, Sibu?
From my side, special shout out to you, Nick and Bunny. And thank you guys for having us. I think during our time, we didn't have this kind of platform for us to sell ourselves. Hence, we only relied on in terms of recruiting on campus. But this opportunity, I'm sure it will reach a lot of ears right now, and a lot of people will be interested in joining the Day House. And yeah, man, bruh. Yeah, there's so much more. There's so much that the Day House has to offer than what we have. I think us speaking about it does justice, but to a certain extent, one has to experience the whole thing. And also, I have to mention that it's so beautiful to watch Bunny coming in and as a chairperson. It's so beautiful to watch in terms of for the past from 2018 till last year. It's been gents who've had the leadership, the top seat. Yeah. So now it's so beautiful to watch, and watching the ideas that she has. I always tell her, "Yo, brother, that's a beautiful initiative, Joe." And watching the ideas that she has, Joe, I think the Day House will grow to a point whereby no one expected it to grow.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It's so beautiful to watch. Yeah. That's from my side. That's it. Thank you for having us.
I learned from the best.
It's pretty much like that.
Something that you always mention is that what really makes the Day House is its members.
Yeah.
Not everything relies on the shoulders of the leadership. Yes, the leadership is there to carry, the house, to make sure that everything happens as it should. But members, when they participate and they're fully engaged in the Day House, that's where you get to experience what the Day House is all about.
And big ups to that. Yeah, but for too, thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through to our platforms and actually sharing your vision, your mission statement, and everything about Abeilles, sharing your side of the story. Yeah, so that's it. My fixers. That's what I'm calling y'all guys from now on. You're listening to the Fresh Fix podcast, right? So you're the fixers. We're physics stuff for students, right? Aren't we? All right, guys. Bafit, everyone for listening in. Thanks for tuning in. And until we meet again, away.